Well, for years, Tom has served as our chief meteorologist, right? But there was no title more important to him than being a dad. He raised two boys while balancing a late shift at the station and hosting several community events every year.
So often by his side was his son, Little Mike, who is named after Tom's brother, Mike. I had a chance to sit down and talk with Mike about growing up here in Spokane.
I think Tom Sherry, that's just the name everybody knows him as Tom Sherry. I always knew him as Dad.
What was it like for you kind of watching your dad become the guy that everyone in town knew and loved?
Look at this young Bulldog fan right here.
Some of my fondest memories of seeing how the community of Spokane was so connected to him. Whenever we would go to Hoop Fest,
Doomsday Hill,
or Bloomsday, when I was 3, 4, 5 years old, I didn't know any better at the time. I didn't know his celebrity status, but how many people would come up to him and start asking him questions or ask about the weather or just to say hi to him. And I'm like, I mean, he's just Dad. Like, why is he so famous? I didn't get it at the time.
How cool is it for you to also have seen, you know, some of the great impacts he's had on this community?
It is really cool. And, you know, Spokane is home, even though I'm not there right now. Denver is my current home, but every time I go back to visit, I bring my fiance with me. People see us out with Tom Sherry, and then it's funny for my fiance to see how the community gravitates towards him and talks to him and how they talk to him. And she had no idea of much of an impact that he has in Spokane.
It wouldn't happen without great volunteers. Look at this.
Because of who he was and his role on TV,
Tom Sherry, and you were right, Tom.
it meant that he worked evenings. And he always said that one of his biggest regrets was that he never really got to have dinners with you and your brother throughout most of your childhood. Did you know that that is one of his regrets?
Yeah, I think that it came out a little bit later when we got a little bit older. The times I fondly remembered him making the dinners the most were the times where I was struggling in school to make sure that I was getting my math down. And then we'd actually sit there and we'd both struggle and we'd both be looking on the back of the book at answers. So that was kind of fun.
Boys, this is how it's done.
It was a sacrifice that he had to make to do what he needed to do for us, for himself, for his career, obviously for the community of Spokane. But he made a point every morning to try to drive us to school. And I thought that was pretty cool.
You mentioned Tom's turkey drive. What do you remember as you kind of watched that grow year after year into this amazing thing that it is now?
I remember going with him to Rosars on a few trips. We'd be making rounds, going to different Rosars across the city. You know, you didn't really feel the impact when you were younger, but now older, that I'm getting older and getting to see a lot more of it's making this huge impact in Second Harvest Food Bank. It is incredible to see.
What do you want him to know about having so many years in this community?
I would just say, Dad, I love you. Congratulations on your many accomplishments. I want you to enjoy yourself, have fun. Don't be afraid to come up and visit us in Denver. We got plenty of ski trips coming, and we're looking forward to making many trips back during the summer to come visit you in Spokane. Congratulations, and job well done, and time to get some rest.